Hello, and welcome to the latest video in our series. Today we will be looking at advertiser management. If we jump over here to the left-hand menu and click on Advertisers and then select Management, we bring up the Advertiser Management console. As you can see here, we have a list of all the advertisers on the network. One of the first things we're going to have a look at is the Advertiser Balance. The Advertiser Balance can be set to either currency or to account, which is basically an amount of available conversions. The balance can also be shown as a negative value, and in that case it will show up as red as opposed to green for a positive balance. We can also set a threshold for each advertiser so that once conversions are made and come off the advertiser's balance, the advertiser will go out of rotation and pause when it hits the threshold. Again, the threshold can be set to a negative amount. This gives managers complete control over the advertiser in order to manage budgets and traffic. So let's have a look at some of the options tabs we have for each advertiser here. As you can see, once you select one of these options on the right, all of the other options appear in tabs below, which just makes the whole navigation process a little easier. So the first tab is Actions History. This gives us a breakdown of all the actions on this account. So if more than one person is working on the account at the same time, you can have a breakdown of all the activity. For example, if someone changes the threshold or budget, those actions will also be recorded here for reference. Next, we have Downtime. With this option, we can set an advertiser's account to not receive traffic during certain times. So if we click on Add Downtime here, and let's say this advertiser does not want to receive traffic on Saturday or Sunday, for example, we can set that here. Next, we have Conversion Balance. Here we can see all the conversion transactions that have taken place for this advertiser. We can also add in manual conversions for this advertiser by clicking the Add Conversion Balance button over here. So if we go ahead and add a manual conversion, you can now see that it appears here, and if we refresh the screen, you can see that it has been added to the advertiser's balance. Next up, we have commissions. Here we can set the commissions going from advertisers to the white label. If we click on the Add Commission button over here, we can select the type of commission, either a percentage or a fixed amount, and the conditions of the commission, for example, after a click, a conversion, referral, etc. Okay, now let's look at working hours. If we click Add Working Hours here, we get this pop-up. This option lets us set up the working hours of the advertiser, which can then be utilized to track leads and conversions when creating reports on a campaign. This can be really helpful from an analytics perspective to track performance. It's worth mentioning here though that by setting the working hours, the advertisement will not go out of rotation outside of these times. Next, we have country limits. Here we can restrict traffic to specific countries. If we click on the Edit button for a country, we can also limit the amount of daily conversions or leads for that country. You can also disable a country from here to stop any traffic coming from this specific country. Finally, we have daily limits, which is similar to the country limits, but in this case gives us the ability to set limits for the whole advertiser's account, as opposed to setting things just at a country level. I hope this video has been of some help to you, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.